Mark, you got a bit of a spring in your step today. You happy man, team top of the table?
Just looking forward to the next game, really. Things are going well. Players are good spirits. There's a good feel about the place. Real good atmosphere when we play here. So yeah, we have to keep that going. We've got to try and ride the momentum, keep it going, and see how far it can take us. And tough game Saturday, but we're looking forward to it.
Southend, we discussed it when the draw happened. You said straight away, good challenge. Does that remain the case? Because obviously now they've been taken over, it slightly changes the atmosphere around their club. How are you feeling?
Well, you look at what's happened at ours. You've got that feel-good factor, that everybody pulls together. They thought they were probably going out of business. They've got a massive fan base. That's really powerful. And that transmits to the players. And they were doing well enough anyway. You know, with a real threadbare squad. They've got good players. They've got small numbers, but good players. They've added to that now, a couple of players. And they have, the biggest thing is the feel-good factor that they now have. They got their football club back. That's worth another 25%, I think. So it's a brilliant challenge for us. I'm sure they're looking at us thinking, they're not bad. If they watched our game on Saturday, which they would have done, they'll be thinking, they're not bad. It'll be a tough game for us as well, and that's what we want.
Matty just touched on a second ago, you felt the first half against Abley was one of your strongest performances of the season.
Yeah, we were, like I said, after the pleasing thing was that the stuff we'd worked on during the week and where we thought we could hurt Abley really came to fruition, and I think that positive reinforcement for the players that this is what we're working on, it's working, that's a powerful thing, and it's important that we keep building and keep working on that. So I still think we can get better.
With regards to Southend, and this will be a team that you will know anyway, but actually it's a team that you want to be competing against. Most of the players you've got in your dressing room want to be up at the National League level, if not above. What type of challenge do you think they will be on the pitch, not just obviously from the sidelines?
Very good. I think the manager's done an amazing job to keep them where they are. If they didn't have the 10-point deduction, they'd be in a brilliant position. I'm sure they'll be targeting playoffs. They've got good players. It's a big football club. They've got good players, and it's a great tie for us. We've been the favourites in all our FA, massive favourites. Now we're the underdog, playing a team that are going well in the league above us, and the pressure comes off us and a little bit onto Southend. They're expected to beat us, so let's see how we deal with that. I think there's a different feel to the FA Cup. You know, you're one game away from drawing a Football League club, and so yeah, there's a different feel to it. There's an excitement about it, and we're looking forward to it.
What difference does it make that it's at Hewish?
I think it's a big difference. Certainly the way that our the togetherness at the moment, and I think that's a big. I think it was electric on Saturday. You know, when we were playing in the first half, you could feel that, you know, real spirit running through the club, and that's a powerful thing. So hopefully the fans turn out again in the numbers like they have done, and get behind the boys and cheer us on.
Squad-wise, Still looking quite strong. Nothing from last weekend which carries across to this one?
There's nothing new from last week. We should have Stevens and Cooper back to complement what we've got. But if there's any doubt, then we won't risk those. But we'll see how they train today. But we're confident that they will add to the group.
How much of a difference does it make having a nearly fully fit squad?
Well, you want competition for places. It's important that people know that they have to perform week in, week out, because there's somebody breathing down their neck. I think it's just Sendle's White at the minute, who's been out for a while. The rest are desperate to play, and the biggest challenge for any manager, coach, is trying to keep everybody motivated. But at the minute, everybody's getting a chance to play, which is brilliant, and long may that continue.
Before I hand over to AD, I just want to touch on, obviously, the top three teams, National League South, all from Somerset at the moment. It's a brilliant moment for this region. What's it like for you when you look at the table? Is it quite a nice feeling seeing that this region's doing so well in the league?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, when we came into the league, it was the first thing we spoke about was the locality of the teams in it, and we've got a couple of big derbies coming up, haven't we, that we're on the horizon that we're really looking forward to, and long may it continue. Yeah, we've got some big games coming up against those. Bath, Taunton, you know, they're going to be cracking games. So, but ones we're looking to embrace and try and get results.
Mark, I was saying to Matthew Worthington, back in the summer he had a big decision to make as to whether he's going to stay at the Oval or not. And I guess to a degree you probably had the same sort of situation until Martin arrived. Could you have dreamt that 5 months in, I asked this question to the chairman on Monday on the podcast, could you have dreamt that you'd be where you are today after 5 months?
Yeah, I think having spoken to the owner in the summer and the plans, that I think we are where we should be. We're not punching above our weight. We're where we should be. Yeah. So at the minute we're doing all right. But that was always the plan. It was to try and be really competitive. We have to get back to this club being used to winning, not losing, and that's the mentality we're trying to put through it on and off the pitch. And we've got to embrace that. We've got to really embrace that challenge of we're expected to win every week. And that's a really big challenge because that puts pressure on people and pressure affects performance at times. But so far, so good. So could I have envisaged it? Yeah, I could. That was always the plan. But it couldn't have happened without direction and backing. So that it can only happen if you've got all of that alignment together.
But along with the fact that you've now got a very competitive squad, you've also got a stadium that you're playing in where things are being done that just makes the place just so much more upmarket and just acceptable for what it has been. I mean, that must help a little bit just from a confidence point of view of the whole image of the club.
Yeah, I think when it hits home with me is when I see I always wait outside by the tunnel and watch the opposition turn up. And the first thing they do is get their phones out and take pictures of themselves in the stadium.
Yeah.
Because it's a big day for them to come to Ewish. Aveley are taking pictures and that's cosmetically brilliant, but we still have to perform. We still have to perform to make it all come together. Listen, if we were losing games, the atmosphere wouldn't be like it is now, for certain. No. So we have to, where we are now is brilliant, but it means nothing at the minute. We have to keep going, and that's everybody at the club has to keep striving for more and driving forward to make us really, really competitive the further we go.
But I suppose from the point of view of Southend, I mean, they've got a fairly big stadium as well. I mean, I've been there and it's not attached to this one, but it's nonetheless, it's big. So I suppose that particular avenue of advantage might be sort of nullified a little bit on Saturday.
Yeah, their players won't be bothered about, they used to. I mean, they get 7,000-8,000 without trying at home. The Southend fans have been magnificent through all of this, and pretty similar to Yeovil. But they can get 7,000-8,000 without trying. They, similar to us, being in the Championship, come back down, and I would suggest they're probably on the way back up as well now. So they won't be fussed about coming to Ewish. We have to make it a real uncomfortable afternoon for them on the pitch.
Phone, sorry.
Tell you what, Nigel Pearson would have gone mad, wouldn't he? Roy Keane would have got walked out. Nigel Pearson would have called him an ostrich. Terrible. Jack, what do you think?
Shameful.
Sorry, Aid.
That's all right. No, my fault.
I bet he's forgot his next question.
Next question.
There you go.
Everybody's psyched up now. I mean, you feel that you're really on a wave now. You want to keep it going.
Yeah, like I said, we've got to keep everybody motivated. Players that are not in the team but are on the periphery have got to have that belief that they're a real short thing away from being in the team. They've got to keep performing in training and on the pitch when they get their opportunities.
And obviously, next round is the first round proper.
Yeah. 2
matches away from a potential big gun. I mean, that's got to be the aim at the moment, isn't it?
The aim at the minute, Aid, is to win the next game, and that's Saturday. We can't never look football. It's got a terrible habit of slapping you in the face if you look too far ahead. Let's concentrate on Saturday. Real tough game, but like I say, we're really looking forward to it.
Well, best of luck, and hopefully bring back the bacon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.